All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So today I wanted to make a video about a notorious bodybuilder by the name of King Kamali, aka the Persian Pearl, aka Shariah Kamali. This guy was an Iranian bodybuilder, and he is still alive today. He's only 45 years old. So he primarily competed in the early 2000s and the late 1990s, so not that long ago. So he was known for his conditioning and his wide shoulders. He was 5'10", 255 pounds in competition shape, and 310 pounds in the off season. Now his weakest link was his arms, because his arms were only 19 inches. Now to the average gym rat, 19 inches sounds like a pretty big arm, but for a 255 pound professional bodybuilder, a 19-inch arm is not that big nor that impressive on stage. So it's also worth noting that this guy holds a degree. So he has a Bachelor's of Science in Exercise Physiology from George Mason University, which is very impressive because very few professional bodybuilders ever earn their college degree. So we do want to give him props for doing that. I think that's very impressive that he was able to achieve that. And I think he also owns a supplement company now as well. So his competition history includes a 2001 Arnold Classic finish of 4th place, a 2001 Ironman finish of 3rd place, a 2001 Olympia finish of 10th place. So you could argue that 2001 was probably his best year, and a 2004 finish at the Arnold Classic of 8th, and in 2005 he would place 5th at the Ironman. So another thing he was famous for was kind of being the asshole of bodybuilding. And one of the famous feuds that he had was a feud with Craig Titus. Now, I thought this was appropriate time to make a video about King Kamali because of his feud with Craig Titus, because a couple days ago I made a video about Craig Titus and the murder trial that him and Kelly Ryan went through. So I thought this was a good time to make a video about King Kamali. So King Kamali and Craig Titus were notorious for having backstage beef and basically just talking shit back and forth to each other right before they would go on stage to kind of mess with their heads a little bit. And Craig had a history of, calling King Kamali out of shape, calling him fat, right before King Kamali would go out on stage, and King Kamali would fire right back at him. And I believe one time they actually almost came to a fist fight in the backstage of the Iron Man show, I believe. They were getting so heated that they almost got into a fight. There's a lot of instances like that, but there was other instances involving King Kamali doing this with other bodybuilders. So a lot of people might argue that Craig Titus, even though he was being an asshole, Craig Titus wasn't the problem, and that King Kamali was the one that really initiated this, and he was really the catalyst for all these beefs, because he also had a beef with Dennis James, and he just had a reputation for being very disrespectful to other bodybuilders and, really rubbing people the wrong way. Now, later on in his career, around 2006, he started to develop a very bad case of Palumboism. So if you look at his physique in these photos that I'm showing you now, you can tell his gut really got blown out and distended towards the end of his physique, and that's where he made the wise decision to stop competing in 2006. When those photos probably came out, he probably looked at them and thought, man, what the hell is going on with my stomach? So those were probably the worst photos of King Kamali. And at his best, he was a very good bodybuilder. Some of those best photos that I showed you of King Kamali very early on in 2001, he had a tight, very good V-taper. He had very wide shoulders, very small waist, and overall a very good physique and very good conditioning. But towards the end, his physique looked absolutely disgusting. As you can see in this photo here, he looks like a bullfrog. And towards the end of his career, not that impressive. And he's still alive today at the age of 45, and all he's doing now is a lot of personal training. He's very active on social media. He looks very Jersey Shore these days. He looks very, very Guido-ish these days. So you guys can find this guy on Instagram, King Kamali. He's doing contest prep and personal training now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.